Here are the 4 biggest wide receiver steals in fantasy in 2025. At number 4, we have Xavier Worthy. The past few months, I have been favoring Rashee Rice, but now with all the stuff going on with him, it's looking like Xavier Worthy is going to be the guy in that role. As the season went on last year, he got better and better, and by the end of the season, he was the wide receiver 10 in the fantasy playoffs, and he's going as the wide receiver 26. This is an absolute steal. Next, we have Jameson Williams. People are faving Amon-Ra St. Brown way too much because when they're both on the field, Jameson Williams puts up more fantasy points. I know he has dealt with injury and suspension his first 2 years in the NFL, but when it comes to fantasy, he is actually the much better receiver in Detroit. Last year, he didn't have a lot of receptions and still put up over 1,000 yards and almost 10 touchdowns. He's one of the biggest playmakers in the league. At number 2, we have Tetairoa McMillan. I'm very high on this Carolina offense. They made a ton of improvements by the end of the season last year, especially Bryce Young, and now in the offseason, they made a ton of upgrades. McMillan is the number 1 overall drafted wide receiver this year. He's the best receiver coming into the league. Him and Bryce Young are going to have an insane year together. You might want to draft them as a pair. At number 1, we have Calvin Ridley. He's going as the wide receiver 31. This is a steal for a guy who's ready to put up 1,000 yards for his 3rd consecutive season. Last year, he had really good fantasy numbers and he had absolutely no QBs. Now he's got the number 1 overall pick, Cam Ward. He's going to have a huge year with him.